Welcome back to the channel, wine lovers. Today we are tasting something very special from heights of Mendoza, Argentina. Is 2019 Fortuna Terrae Malbec from Catena Zapata, Adriana's vineyard. This is no ordinary Malbec. It comes from what many now call Grand Crus of South America. Let's dive into the story, the soils in the glass, and see what makes it one of the most exciting wines in the world. Catena Zapata is arguably the most important name in Argentine wine. Founded in 1902, it was a Nicolas Catena Zapata who in 1990s changed the game. What he believed is that the Malbec could rival world's finest wines, and he had a vision: go home, go high, or go home. So he planted wines in Gatellare in Uco Valley, over 1400 meters above sea level. The result, the Adriana's vineyard, named after his youngest daughter. It is the vineyard that is divided into tiny parcels, each with its own soil profile and microclimate. Think of it like a Burgundy, but in Andes. Now let's talk about Fortuna Terrae, which we've got here in the glass, which translates to as lack of the land. This physical site is a cooler, lower section of the vineyard with deep loamy soil and excellent drainage, and it was planted in 2002. Why does it matter? Because the wines from Fortuna Terrae are known for their vibrancy, freshness and mineral edge, and very different expression from dark, plush, extracted Malbec. This is high altitude Malbec with precision and restraints. Let's give it a taste. So, it's deep and extracted, but it's not opaque. It's not black like Malbecs often are. This is more of a medium plus intensity color. I mean, when I look at it, I can see staining on my glass. So that's that. That's the color. Aromatically speaking, this is very pretty. This isn't as ripe and jammy as you often find Malbecs. This is more restrained. Fruit is ripe, but is more led towards that sort of crunchy red currant, raspberries, red cherries. It's got that beautiful flinty lifted aromatics with the herbal and spicy notes. I'm finding in this really lovely sort of perfume of the crushed herbs, wildflowers. There is a little bit of that sort of pepper, crushed red pepper note. Really lovely, very inviting. It makes you salivating from smelling this alone. In terms of the flavor, this is flinty, mineral, dominant palate with that sort of crunchy raspberries, red currant, red cherry flowers. It does have everything well together, and medium plus, no, probably long. Length, I'm thinking about medium plus now. I think this is what we could confidently call as a long finish. Very pretty wine. Very pretty wine. In terms of the scores, I would think this is sort of at that sort of 96 point category, which shows you that's high, that's very high wood. Now, when I think about this, if you would benchmark this with Bordeaux of that price, would this wine stack up? I think it would. I think this wine would compete at that level, no question. So, what as well is interesting, 2019 in Mendoza was a cooler than usual, which preserved the acidity and resulted wines with fantastic balance and purity. And I think we see it here. At the Adriana, it meant smaller yields and more concentrated with incredible lift and structure. So what does it translate to in the glass? I mean, we tasted already, and this is sort of the this is sort of Malbec for serious wine drinkers. It provides what high altitude viticulture and restrained winemaking can achieve in the New World. It would pair extremely well with all your sort of grilled lambs, roasted duck, or even wild mushrooms, so all the meaty type of flavors with that sort of lift of purity and freshness helps. I mean, this is a testing samples, but in ideal scenario, you would probably decant this wine for about an hour before drinking it, and I think this will be beneficial. And this sort of wines, I mean, 2019, so this is 5 years old now. Drinks well now, this is still young wine. I think you kind of almost project how this wine would be with another 10 to 15 years old of cellaring. Surely this will be gonna be much better. And well, it does compete at that sort of fine wine level. So it should, because we're looking at the wine that cost about £100 a bottle, depending on where you shop. So this is no question a premium category wine. Have you tried any of the Adriana Vineyards wines? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Malbec from Argentina is. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, and share this video with fellow Malbec lovers. Cheers, and see you in the next one.